We're here. Sorry.
Ah! Hello, no, that's me. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Okay, so we have an iPad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Only thing I remember the first time this happened this year. The first time I ever saw that where it like moves down, I was like, "What type of witchcraft is that?" And then somebody told me it was an iPad, and I was like, "Oh man, just wait. It may as we go." Have you like done a Zoom meeting on it before?
Yes, but I haven't. I don't know how to turn the moving off.
You can't. It just sometimes it gets really funny that like somebody will talk and it like your head is just going to be the whole screen. Like
Oh
it's
Oh my
no.
no,
goodness.
yeah. Oh, if we do that and we laugh, that's why it gets really funny. So stay with me, y'all. Let me kind of tell y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my spirit box on too, because this should be pretty interesting for that. So one of the things that I like to have on every so often is I have a thing called a spirit box, and 99.9% of them are absolute jokes. But there is a couple of them, two of them, that if you have the right connection, sometimes you can get some pretty interesting things on it. So sometimes I'll look down and I'll be like, oh, just it says male ghost. And so as I was sitting here feeling while we're talking, there was kind of like a masculine energy that showed up. Obviously, I didn't say that yet. And then the first thing it says is male. So I'm like, interesting. So what they can do here is remember everything is energy, everything is vibration, everything is frequency. And so essentially they go in and they take the letters and they move it into a word. So some things will make sense, other things not so much, and that's why I don't use it a whole lot. But sometimes they may say something like Connor, and that may be like a brother of yours or something, which is kind of cool. So as we go into this, you know, people always ask, how does this work? Right? So what happens is, like I said, everything is energy, including you. And where are your loved ones? Well, they're here. They're mostly there though. And so how do we talk to them? Essentially, anybody can channel, anybody can do this, but most people don't practice. So they don't understand how to like change these feelings or expressions into words. And so it's almost like tuning into a radio station. And so essentially, that's why we get these little blips of like, oh, this is a coincidence, or, oh, I was thinking about this and I called you. That's that radio station, best way I can describe that. So when they talk, how do they talk? So what they do is they come in on your energy because they love you. They don't care about me. And essentially we're telling them hop in Amy's brain and play with it like a computer. And so when they talk, they're going to do it four different ways. The first way is that they will give me or like pick out of my head a bunch of signs and symbols. They may show me something like a blueberry. That means that they're from Maine because I created that a long time ago. Or even like a chocolate lab that I see this particular chocolate lab. I know that they're from Cuba. Why is that? Because the dog that I channeled was named Cuba, and so that's how that's similar. So if I say something weird like palm tree frog, and you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? That essentially means that they moved from Florida to Louisiana. Okay, and I'll go and talk about it. The next thing is that they will try to talk mainly in feelings and emotions. This is like how spirits talk normally. This is why we get all these different feelings, but we don't know how to put words to it. So they may make me feel something like what it was like for me to love my dad because he crossed over in 2019, and I'll be like, oh, there's a loving father energy here. Or they'll give me the feeling like what it was like for me to hate my dad, and then I'll be like, oh, did you not like your dad? Essentially like that. They'll even go more intense with an example. This would be maybe I'm sitting there and I'm feeling, and they'll give me a feeling of what it was like for me to channel this 17-year-old kid that died of fentanyl poisoning. And I'll be like, oh, do you know like a late teen that like is dealing with fentanyl? Something like that. And then the last two things are that they will try to put me almost like a false memory in situations that happen to you, any of y'all, will happen to you, or did happen to them. Okay. And how they do this is that they will bring up my own experiences and they'll kind of like put a twist on it to make it theirs. So they may show me something like what it was like for me to have my 30th birthday in New Mexico. And I'll be like, did somebody either just celebrate a birthday or go to New Mexico? Stuff like that. The only issue that's going to arise for me there is I'm from Houston, Texas. I currently live in the middle of nowhere on the Louisiana-Texas border. I don't believe in snow. I've never been from like Kansas up. And so if you ask me something like, what did my neighborhood look like in Wisconsin? I know that they make cheese. And then the Green Bay. I think Green Bay, right? Green Bay. Wait, is that Green Bay? Is Wisconsin Green Bay? I don't know. But essentially, I don't have everything in my brain, and so it can be hard for them to pull stuff out. But what they would do is they would bring in something from like a YouTube video I've seen, or a movie that I've seen, or even somebody else's session. They'll try to bring that up to equate with them. And then the last thing is just words. They will sometimes just talk, and I just got to tell you what they are. But a lot of times, putting this together is that they haven't done this before. And so we're kind of all working in tandem to try to figure out the puzzle, but it also helps when you know somebody and how they do the language. So essentially for all of y'all, the only thing I really need as we go through this is, well, me to make sure that my stuff is, there we go. It's just, as I say, does this make sense to you? You go, yeah, it does, or no, it doesn't. Okay. And the meaning for that is I have to have you say yes or no, because when they're putting all that stuff in my brain and I'm taking it and I'm putting it into a sentence and you go, yes, I go, okay, oh my God, they got it. And I decoded it properly and they're talking okay. And that's it. That's the only thing. So just stay with me. Let me go ahead and make sure that this is recording. Okay. And let's see. Hold on. Also, the last thing, I have a notepad. All I do is scribble.
There you are.
Okay, there you go. Can you see me? Yeah, it liked him moving his elbow. So it tried to that was his fault. So hang out with me. Let's see. Hold on. Weird. Okay. Did we used to, or I don't know if this is like an actual now thing or if this was a was thing. Um did we have like a medium large size dog in here before?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay, so let me just tell you why. So in my brain, I'm like, who's here? Who's here? Who wants to come talk? And it would be like this is that whole seeing things, and it's almost like an overlay. It's like if I were to see one of those, like a blob that looks like a medium large dog. So like for me, medium is like 40 pounds, large is like getting up into like 80, 90, like that area. And it's like I saw it walk from mom's arm over here near that plant and then over to the door. And it's like if the doorbell rang or something happened, this thing is like moving over there, which means like this is its house or like was its house. And they're talking about how, hold on. Oh, hold on. And this dog knew my gentleman in the black though.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, because the dog comes over and like, or this energy like wants to come over and wants to see him as well. And it looks like it's friendly. So, or like whatever. So that just means that I know of this person. They'll like stay away from people that they don't like or don't see. They're talking about how, hold on, we're going to feel a little bit. Yes, everybody else will show up too. We're just feeling around the room right now. Come here, let me see. Hold on. Maybe we can figure out what breed it is, but I'm not really good at breeds, so we'll get into that too. Very, very soft though. Hold on. Tell me what. There's two animals in here. Hold on. Come here, people. Get in here. Animals are always the first ones to show up because they're in a higher vibrational state, and so when people are coming into like what we like to call heaven, they show up first as like the greeting cards essentially. Oh, hold on. Somebody's talking about this table. Somebody's talking about how they like this table. So there is a woman that showed up as well, and they're talking about liking this table. So let's see what maybe does the table have anything to do with them, or are they just sitting here and making commentary on it? So hold on. Come here. What? Weird. So Kelsey, so is this mom next to you?
Yes.
Okay. Just hold on. And mom is, so I guess you'd say that there'd be a woman that would be sitting next to mom. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. They keep mentioning about mom over and over again. Hold on. Come here. Tell me. Tell me. I keep patting the table. Hold on.
Me, Mom.
Hold on. They go like this. And you can see their little hands going like that. Come here. They keep saying like, "Oh, come on, like you see me." So, mom is like your mother crossed over.
Yes.
There, yeah, okay, that's okay. Sorry, she just keeps saying mom, and then she says mom over here with her, and so they're like equating that mom is mom. That's all I keep talking about, and then they keep patting this table, which leads me to believe that possibly they've sat here before. We'll have to go further into this. What does this mean? Which means that they know this space, and they keep saying, "Oh, rolling pin, interesting." They don't want to get their nails dirty. They like to look really nice, and they're talking about they don't have fake nails though, so maybe just like kept them nice and short, or like good and short. They're talking about mine. They're saying, tell me, what about her? Hold on. I wonder, do this female that goes along with mom's mom, do we have like odd? Do we have something with hers like dealing with flour? That's so weird. Do we have like a sifter or something odd of some woman? Because I don't think we do a crazy amount of baking in here. It feels like nobody's a professional baker. Is that a thing? Right?
Yeah.
No? Okay, interesting. They're just talking about somebody makes me smell antique. But then they say they don't use this. And like, when you walk into an antique store and you get that whiff, they just made me smell that for half a second, and then but they keep saying mine, but they're making a big deal of kitchen, so I'm like, maybe it goes into that, so we'll have to figure out more into this. They're talking about how
I do bake a lot.
Oh, you bake a lot though.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the flour part, so that's you. So I would even say maybe they're around you during this a lot. But do you not have a lot of counter space in the kitchen though?
No.
That's okay. Okay, they're just somebody is being very practical in my brain. They're saying use the table. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, why is this?" They say not a lot of counter space, and I said it's a pretty nice sized house. I was like, I would think she would. And so they're with you during this. They're saying that, "Oh, wait. I don't know." But you don't bake for a business though, right?
I attempted last year, but I don't now.
They so you saw that. So what that was is they put cellophane and then they put like a bow, you tying it. And I go, oh, and then they said baked for a business, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't happen now. And they're saying that. Hold on. They're talking about, I guess, maybe the help that you didn't have, which is interesting. They're talking about how you sitting at a table and being like, and like, I guess, crunching numbers, because I can see you getting very like that. So again, everything is like revolving around this table. I don't know. I've never had a spirit be so enthralled with a table in my life, honestly. So we're gonna have to figure out what else happens here. They're talking about how they say, "Oh, come on, try it, do it again, just in a different way." But you actually really did like it.
I did.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I quote, "Go try it, do it again, just in a little bit of a different way." So maybe we'll have to look into see where or how to do that. Um, but you don't, sir, you don't bake. You weren't helping out. Oh, okay. They say tell him to help out. I said, was he like part of this? And they had you go, which means like hands off. And I go, oh, okay. Oh, they had you like sneaking bites, which is fine. And they had you grab and bite, and then you walk away. I go, I get it. They're talking about how there's an odd reference for him. Now, this is not going to make any sense, sir. I don't think it is because it doesn't make sense to me. But they just had you get like a This is so weird. I'm so sorry. There's some things that they showed me, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They had me get like a lightsaber, and then they had it go voom, 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 which is weird. There's something about a red and blue lightsaber. You're not an avid lightsaber collector, correct?
I am not.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know what this is. Hold on, let's figure this out. There's a meaning behind everything they show me, and that's one of those odd things that now I have to figure out what does this mean. Um, hold on. Oh. Mm. So I need you to be really careful about your liver. I don't know why. I don't think anything's happening right now. But they went through and somebody just said, well, he's a fighter. Well, down the line, he sure will be. And I said, why? Why is this? And they had you, obviously, we're both clear, right? When it comes to like complexion, being pale. But they had you, um, they showed me liver. It's not cancer though. Hold on. I would say two things. I would say number one, go in and get your levels checked. That would be really good if you can, like this year or end of this year. But you're not an avid going to the doctor once a year, though, correct?
I go to the doctor every 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, they made me. They had you get really, really pale, and they had you get like dark circles. You don't have any right now. You just have a shadow under your eyes. And then they went and they keep talking about levels. And then they showed me what would be like. I think it's because they're bringing up my dog. My mom's dog has liver issues right now, and so they brought up my wiener dog, which is weird. So that's how I'm equating all this stuff to go into play. And then they had you, they put a worried feeling. Nobody's dying, but it just means like, be careful. Why are you going right now, if you don't mind me asking?
Type 1 diabetic.
Freaking levels. You go, you behave. You stop eating those cookies, chill, or whatever she makes. Okay. Oh, and that could negatively affect your kidneys and your liver. That's you. Stop. Okay.
My levels
And
are good. I don't know what you're talking about.
they're right. Yeah, they're good right now. Okay. Yeah. So that's what they're talking about. Okay. Oh my. Hold on. Tell me. So I think even it's like a warning, like stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. Take it seriously. I think you do. But that's just to make sure that you're okay.
Do you know who's
Okay.
telling you that?
Let's see. Somebody said we all are, but let's see who's the one that started the conversation. Hold on, hold on. I quote the phrases that they pull out of my head. You have to remember I'm from Texas, okay? So we say some weird country shit sometimes, all right? But it's essentially somebody says that you're more stubborn than a horse in a windstorm. And I was like, I have no idea. That's such a
Yes.
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 I've never actually heard that phrase before, so I'm like the things they pull out. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Who are you? Who are you? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Interesting. And sir, what is your first name? That way I don't keep calling you sir, because we're like the same age. You're probably younger than me.
Jason.
Jason. Okay, okay. Hold on. Hold on. And Jason is like your father passed?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Somebody said it's his father. Luke, I am your father. Star Wars. That was totally supposed to be a spirit pun, and I didn't get it. It went way over my head. All right? So that's what that was supposed to be. Sorry. Yeah, I told you it doesn't make sense sometimes. So, yeah. Now he just keeps playing that phrase over and over and over again. Luke, I am your father. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they're trying to joke with you. That's all this is. So it's your dad trying to get you. Okay? Hold on. What? Oh, he must have, what do you mean? Somebody met the same fate. Man, somebody's using really epic words in my brain. I think it's your dad. Like he's like trying to pull stuff out of like books or movies in my brain. He tell me what's up. Hold on. Interesting. There that we're switching gears. I'm trying to switch to your father right now all the way. So it's like tuning, like when you're going through and you're on a radio station but you want to switch to another one. It's like trying to fine tune to that. That woman was the main one that has been talking the entire time. I'd say it goes along with mom's mom. She's like the matriarch in my head. Tell me what. Oh. Interesting. So with your father, was he not around to like see y'all get like tie the knot and get married? Ah, okay. Don't tell me anymore. This is what he says. He goes, "Oh, I put them together." And I go, "Oh, did you really? Tell me about it." He says, "I even give her secrets on how to deal with them." I said, "Oh, really? Tell me about this. This is exactly what it sounds like." And I said, "So how do you know her? Do you know her really well?" "Oh, no, but she hears me." I go, "Oh, okay." He says, "I'm the one that helped them get married, or like I was there for this." I go, "Oh, okay." And he's just a voice. I don't see him at all. It's just a voice. And he says that oh, okay, I'm probably gonna get this age incorrect. But he's saying that oh. Did you like lose your dad when you were like a young kid? Like 8, 7, 6, I don't know, something like that? 10,
11.
maybe? 11. You were my son's age. He says when he was my son's age, but my son is 11 right now. But he said it's almost like a little bit younger. And so I was like, maybe around there. And that's all he keeps showing you is this little. He makes you a very very skinny kid though. I don't know why he like
No.
makes you have not.
No.
I know you weren't, but I think he's trying to make like when they show really sad videos of like how do you say this? So one of the things he put in my head is like, remember like Victorian Britain when like everybody was so skinny and they had knobby knees and they're wearing like cloaks in the cold, and he's just talking about my son, my little son, just was just alone. It's very epic in my head, and he's just trying to make me know what he's talking about. He says that oh, I see you yelling. Okay, so you do have you do like play on the computer a lot?
No.
Odd. Who's the person that yells at the computer?
He's joking. He does.
Oh.
Computer.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay. Sorry. When I'm channeling, I'm very literal. So if I look at you like that, I'm like, I'm taking it as gospel truth because I'm trying to figure out the world's hardest puzzle on the other end. Okay. All I hear is like, "Rah! Rah!" And
Oh,
like
yeah.
your dad says that you are like my husband who is actively playing. I don't know what he's playing on the other computer with his brother. I don't know if it's now. I don't know all the games. I don't know if it's World of Warcraft. I don't know if it's Dungeons and Hoo-Hoos. I don't
Ew.
know. What is it?
It's enshrouded right now.
Oh, interesting. I've seen that before. Oh, how cool. So it's all in like that little vibe. Yeah. And he's talking about being there with you. And he keeps showing you with headphones on. He takes them off of your head and puts them back on over like I'm looking at you right now, and like that's how it looks like in my brain. It's very interesting. And he's talking about just like standing there or like floating, no standing behind you, being there with you. And he says that what? Hold on. Oh, but you, Kelsey, I'll make you dinner. And he's like, get it, go, do it. I think your father-in-law that is very fun, actually, and apparently knows how to joke in spirit. is just talking about flying around your house all the time, making sure that y'all are okay. So let me see what else. What else? With a ghost dog. With a ghost dog. Or at least a dog. They're saying, tell me. Hold on. Hold on.
Sorry, can I turn the volume up real quick on my?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, do it. You can do anything. You can. Yeah, do it. Hold on. What about now? How does that sound?
Well, sorry.
Yeah, you're okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Ooh, I'll just keep talking. Is
There
that
we go.
okay? Okay. All right. Cool. Hold on. Let me see. What about him? That was your dad yelling at you about your levels. I'm asking him how he died. Can he tell me? He will in a little bit. Hold on. Wait, so were you... Odd, he put you as 2, so do you have another brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, cool. He keeps showing, again, take that nubby kneed skinny photo that doesn't exist in like the 1800s, and he added a second boy. And I go, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. And he says that, and you're not, he goes, which can have like a, and you're not like best friends with him right now, though?
No.
Okay, he says, essentially, this meant with the words, he's a jackass. And I just can't always say that, but that was the feeling with the, so like, leave him alone. He's a jackass. There you go. That was what that meant. And, hold on. By the way, he talks to you like this as well. You just would have no idea what that feeling is with that. So I'll teach y'all stuff later on. That way you know that they're around. He, hold on. What about her? He's essentially saying, bow down to your mother-in-law. She's a wonderful mother-in-law. Bow down to her. And he goes like this. He says, all hail mother-in-law. And I was like, okay, I've never had a spirit. And he says, like, thank you. And he essentially turns her into like Buddha in a good way. Like, thank you for taking care of me. You are so wise and so honorable. And there's the beautiful thing about it. I've actually never seen that displayed, but he's saying like, what a good person she is.
Aww.
So, yeah, I just want to let you know that. So please bow down. I've never seen that before. And he says that, what? Oh, so she is, so you are like a real son to her then. Like you do. Yay, good job. Good job. He says that, what? And he goes like that. And, oh, that's very fun. Hold on, tell me. He's very playful. What? Tell me. Oh. Ooh, he just, somebody's knitting. Hold on. But we don't have a son yet, right? Is there a son? Yeah. Somebody says, add that to the list. And I go, oh, okay. I don't know what that means. He's saying that, hold on, give me a second. Oh, I wonder. Does the other brother have a son? Stepson. Okay. Yeah, because there's a, I said, why would you bring up son? I said, are they going to have one? Is it happening? Are we pregnant right now? What is that? And then he goes, no, it exists. So I was like, oh, it has to come from like this other brother. And he says that, oh. So your brother has been married before too?
No.
Or was he in like a long-term relationship, like for a long time? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He says she's a piece of work. That's essentially what that means. And
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. He goes like this. He gives me a feeling. And he goes, oh, that brother. And this, how it was a feeling, but he's translating. He goes, oh, that brother. He goes, that relationship, that She was a piece of work. hmm and I go, oh, okay, I'll ask about that. And he says that, what? He just says, DC, I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. I go, yeah. He, what? There's almost some degree, every time I ask him what happened to him, he doesn't tell me. So it's going to mean, and we'll get him to, this makes me suspicious that maybe it's something that maybe he's ashamed about, or maybe something that it was like so hard that it's hard for
Oh,
him to talk about. Say it again. What'd you say?
I want him to tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, he will. But so this is just my thing. Like sometimes people that, hold on. I'm gonna take a Motrin over here. That way you don't think I'm just taking pills. What? Drugs and spirit? No. Mm, interesting. He like takes accountability, I guess, for his passing, maybe. And he's saying that. Weird. Was he like an alcoholic or something?
Nope.
Odd. He goes like this. He says, I take responsibility. I take responsibility. I said, why? What's up? And then he says, like, he left his family. But then he makes it almost like, hold on. Give me. Come on. You've been doing so good. You've been talking crap about people. You give me jokes. Come on. Hold on. Come here. I think he died in a car accident. He says a wreck. He says something like that. But when I ask him about car wreck, I don't hear it at all. So maybe it's something dealing with him being a wreck. Mm-hmm. And he really, like, I guess, put your mother aside. So he was like still pretending to be part of the family at that point. No, he was already out.
No, he was my family.
He was your family. Okay. Yeah, he goes, mom, and he pushes it aside. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's already pushed your mom aside. He just keeps talking about responsibility. That's all I'm getting right now. And he gives me this like nervous feeling, like a shaky thing. What happened?
Theory was that his blood sugar went low while he was in the car.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then he passed out, and then he got into a wreck. Mm-hmm.
No wreck.
No, what happened? He just died there?
Theory was that he revved the car from seizures, and the engine blew.
No wonder. Oh my God. Poor gentleman. So it was something that he could have changed. That's why your dad is coming through and yelling at you about your levels.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would make sense. And I understand why it would be a little embarrassing for him. And I also understand why it almost felt like a drunk driver at first. Like him going through.
Yeah. When your sugar's that low, you can be a drunk.
Yeah, it just felt like I'm everywhere, and that's what's like, is he an alcoholic? Like, what is that? Why does he feel that way? Because I've never had diabetes, and I haven't really ever been around it. My dad had it, but it was because it was cancer induced, but that was like the last month of his life. And so I didn't get to see the full fledged of it. So I apologize on my behalf. But he is a little embarrassed by it, and that's why he's yelling at you. And that's why you're his father, Luke. Okay. Or he's your father. He says, wait, tell me. What? Pine box. And you know why he comes through so well is because he didn't want to die. And he passed suddenly. And he's like been jumping at the bits to come and talk to you. That's what happens. And I want you to think of one thing that, okay, so time doesn't exist on the other side. Like it just doesn't. And so am I talking to him, 20 years later, whatever that may be, or am I talking to him at the moment that he crossed and it's everything he's wanted to say to you? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out that theory. I don't know. I don't know yet. What? Hold on, he's gonna talk. We're gonna get everybody in here, but it seems like your mother is playing on the table and he's walking in here. Hold on. What? Oh. Okay. Somebody's saying we're gonna talk to your dad too. Come here. Somebody's saying save some room at the table for me. And it was the gentleman that was first here that's trying to bring everybody else in. So he's being like the kind one that's like allowing others to come in before him. He's like, come on, you go here, you come on in here. I mean, not nearly that feminine, but you get what I'm saying. Not feminine at all. What? Doesn't have a low voice at all. Has a very like pleasant sounding voice. Has what? Somebody's whistling. We're going to talk to all three of them, but if you can imagine how it is to talk to three people that are like trying to share your brain, it gets very hard. So we're going to go like one more. Hold on, come here. Somebody says, oh yeah, I'm fine, all right, which means that they're northern, which almost means that, hold on, is like, I know we're wanting to channel a Charles. This kind of feels like a Charles. And that comes over here and hangs out with this side over here. So near mom, is like this gentleman, like, oh, I have never been to this neck of the woods before. He's not from like Ohio or Indiana or like Milwaukee or anything like that? Or does he have anything to do with like that middle America area? Or does somebody, I've never been there, but it feels very like white bread and mayonnaise. Like something like that, which no. Okay, interesting. Somebody keeps talking or like showing or like Michigan, something like that. So there's like that feeling. So we'll get back into that. We'll have to figure out what feeling that is. That's a very distinct feeling. They're talking about how, tell me, what? This one we're going to have to channel a little bit differently. Jason, when was your birthday?
March.
It's coming up. Okay. Somebody says, happy birthday, son. Happy birthday, son. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, is it now? And he just gives me like, it's soon. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, been there for you, everyone. That's all he keeps saying. But don't let it pass you by this year. Like, do something. He says he's talking about you shoving it away every year. And he's saying like, don't let it pass you by. He says that, what? He's talking about, so y'all are married. Okay, so y'all are, oh yeah, okay, sorry. I'm just catching up to the party right now. I apologize. So he's going like this. He says, hold her tight. Love her right. He's like, don't let that one get away from you. He's talking about don't roll away from each other in bed. Come towards each other. That's essentially what he keeps showing me. Yes, they watch you while you sleep. It's just a thing. Oh, my poor. Tell me. Charles, for some reason, is walking around with a walking stick. I don't know if he liked to. Nope, he doesn't like to hike a whole lot. I have a walking stick because I like to hike. Somebody's walking around with a walking stick or a cane. I don't know. And they're going, and you can just feel it. And they're talking about how, ooh, I bet this is your father going through the leg thing. I'm getting two symbols mixed up. Unless, did Charles have like stuff going on with his little calves or his little legs and ankles? Or like, was there any like weird stuff happening there? Or do we have any idea?
He had a amputated leg.
He's walking around with a stick. He doesn't have a leg.
You got no
Well, that's
leg,
interesting.
Lieutenant Dan.
And he what? He had no leg. A what?
He had no leg, Lieutenant Dan. It's a joke.
I know what Lieutenant Dan is. Oh yeah, all the way. My father-in-law has like self-inflicted diabetes, and he keeps eating all the ho-hos and everything. And so the other day he was here, and I was like, "We're gonna have to call you Lieutenant Dan in a couple of years."
Oh,
And so yeah. Oh, I know. Love him, but he's stubborn too.
Tell him to show you the wheelchair. Wheelchair
It's okay.
trick.
Wheelchaired. What? What's the last word?
Trick.
Oh. Okay,
Ask him to
trick.
show-
Okay. Hold on. Oh, if I haven't seen it before, it may be hard, but hold on. He just said, "Look what I can do." Hoo-hoo, from like, I guess that was Saturday Night Live from a long time ago. Hoo-hoo. He says, "So very nice guy." Hold on. What are you doing? Hold on. Is it something simple like, "Look, I can put it in park," or something?
No.
Odd. Okay. He goes like this. He got it and he went like, he's like, and
That
he
was it.
does like that. And then he goes, "Look what else I can do." Bop. Put it in park. What is that about?
He used to balance in a wheelchair and go up and down
Shut
the stairs.
up. Really? Oh, that's cool. Good job. Yeah, he goes, and I'm like, "I don't know what this is. Are we jumping? What are we doing?" That's that. And he's very funny. He said, "You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh." He came in with a stick. I just want you to realize that there is a spirit of Charles walking around making me hear thunk, 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 thunk in my brain. Okay, if that's not weird, I don't know. I'm probably the only one freaking out here. They're talking about how, tell me, it's good to see you. He shakes my hand, very, very nice. Doesn't have a whole lot good to say about the government. I like this man, and he's talking about how, like, he's just talking about that. He's saying what? He likes to stay out of it though. He says, weird. So he was around during Vietnam then. He keeps talking about like Nam during that time. I asked him, was he a part of it? I don't think he was a part of it though. But was he military for like maybe like 3 years and then got out, but nothing more than that?
No, he was type 1 diabetic too, so.
At that point. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. That's the only thing would be with like Nam. I'm like, maybe he
His
didn't
dad
at that
was.
point. His dad was his dad in Nam?
I don't know if it was in Nam or not, but he was in the army.
He was. Okay, that's the army part. I would have to say he's probably with his dad as well, because they all hang out together. It's like a cool club that we're not in right now. And they're talking about how, tell me what? He says, "Cheer up, bucko. I'm the only thing that's good in this world." Like, he's very nice. He likes all of y'all. Tell me about her. Hold on. I watch him. The woman's funny. She says, "I watch him. I watch them all." I'm like, oh, all right. I'll tell him that. And she says, we're gonna talk to them all. They're very, very fun. She keeps like, she likes to get really close to me, which is perfectly fine. Hold on. Interesting. There's something about please work on your backyard this spring. Somebody, they're talking about that. And they have been picking up stones or something and placing it down. They're like, "Oh, come on. And then they keep talking about the backyard. I go, "Oh, okay." And this is Clara saying it's going to be beautiful, and everybody else is kind of like pitching in.
Oh, you
Her
did?
first name.
You did.
What did you say your name was? I'm sorry.
Let's
Or we
see.
didn't hear what you just said.
Huh? Oh, sorry. They're talking about how the backyard is going to be done in spring, or like you need to make it pretty in spring, one or the other, or something like that. So hold on. She keeps talking about flowers. It's a female entity. I think this goes along with mom's mother, that area. She says that, tell me, hold on. But nobody really has a green thumb, though, right?
No,
No.
but she
Oh,
did.
okay. Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, she
Yeah.
goes like this. She goes, well, they'll all die. I said, what are you talking about? And she puts everybody's thumbs up and she made them all white. And I go, oh, okay. But she's here for it anyways. She says that, tell me. Oh. Ooh, Mom, are you like, do you sleep here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I said, so what happened? She says, tell her I go with her. I said, who? And she says, Mom. She says, yeah, she sleeps in the room over there. And I go, oh, all right. She says, I walk in there with her. I go, oh, well, that's good. I'm glad. She's just talking about how, tell me. Stop. Okay, so with Charles, did we get him cremated?
Yes, we did.
Okay, he says, Amie, you can't keep my body in a box when my soul is in the clouds. I was like, oh, God, Charles, you're so eloquent. And he just showed me ashes, and I'm like, oh, all right, thank you. So he's just talking about what happened to him, that he's not stuck in his body anymore, and he loves this. And he says that, oh, I wonder if that has, what is the July thing? Or who is somebody's birthday July? Or like a
Yes.
Cancer? Who is
Yeah.
that?
My mom.
Oh, all right. Well, that works. She just flashed July, and she said, "I love them all," and I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." So she's around. She's very, very nice. She says that. She says neuropathy. I know your mom is not the biggest cursor, but you have to remember that they take this out of my brain. She goes, neuropathy is the bitch, and it's only going to get worse. And I
Oh,
said,
great.
"Oh,
Thanks, Mom.
what? Do we have that right now?"
Like her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Is she okay?
Wow. She's great. She's
Is
great.
she?
She sits at the table. Yeah. Oh yeah. She loves being here. This is her home. She doesn't even and she loves you. She adores all of y'all. And she says, wait, let me ask her what was going on. Because the boys, his dad kind of decided to like take it over. Which is perfectly fine with his lightsabers. She says, tell me, whoa, what? Hold on. She said they didn't get my hair done.
Oh,
So
I
she's talking
know.
about
I know. Yeah.
really.
I feel
She
guilty.
goes like, oh, don't. She goes, she got her hair, and then she put hair in my head and she smushed it like that, and she goes, well, they didn't get my hair done, and I go, oh, all right, and she says, but don't worry about it. Like, I have all the most beautiful, precious hair that anybody can imagine. Hold on. She says that, like, you're always so concerned over her and not yourself. And she's essentially says, like, take a break. She loves you. Take a break. She, what? You did everything you could? That's essentially where this is going. She keeps talking about, hold on. Weird. Wait, did we end up like having her in like an assisted living center or like a hospital?
Yes.
Ah, okay. She says they had to put me in the nursing home. She says, well, where were they gonna put me? What were they gonna do? I said, I don't know. I said, I understand. She says, I hated it. And I go, I get it. And she says, well, that's all you can do. So she sees it now. The food sucked. I understand. And like she's all into making sure that she eats with y'all now. That's why she sits at this table. Oh, somebody's talking about DoorDash. Somebody's talking about hold on. Tell me. What? Aw. So, Mom, were you able to hold her hand Like after she crossed over, or be with her
No.
after she?
It
You
was during
weren't.
pandemic.
COVID. That's why you weren't. Okay. She says, like, tell my daughter. And then she's talking about you seeing her, but after she crossed. And so it was a big thing. And she says, tell her not to have, like, guilt. Tell her not to feel bad. Like, I was okay that she wasn't there when I crossed over. Okay. But she's talking about, like, not really knowing what was going on at that point.
Yeah.
So she's okay. Yeah. She just says, it's all, I was oblivious. I go, okay.
She was.
And she says some nice man came to get her. I don't know who the man is. Maybe we can figure that out later. That's all she says. What? You did good. That's what she says. She says you did good. You did good. You did good. Yeah, your mom loves you. She was sitting right next to you when we started this session. And she what? Hold on. So I wonder if we have her antiques, but we have like dressers or something of hers, or what is that about? Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah.
in the peaks.
Oh, that was her. I've never had a spirit make me smell an antique store before. That was a new one for me. Okay. And she just made me pull out a drawer.
Uh-huh.
Because they take care of them. I go, all right, good. She likes hanging out here. She likes talking. She just had to figure it out. What are you doing? You are making me look at birds. All right, but what type? Yeah, she's like, she says, you know, they can hear me, and I'm like, what are you talking? She's talking about birds. Interesting. She says, take the time when you see them, like eating in. It's almost like next time, whenever you see the birds outside or in the backyard, when this comes up and they're like eating in the grass, know that she's like standing next to you. That's essentially what that means. So she's there. She's, what? Oh, she says, like, my daughter's been through a lot, and she knows now that I'll be there with her. So yeah, you have a beautiful mom. Your mom is in a higher vibrational state. Your dad just hangs out with you and like makes spooky jokes, which is fine. Charles is around here too, walking in with a cane. Odd. I've never heard that before. And and then there's something about a dog. And so do y'all have like a part? What? You don't have like a part golden retriever, right?
No.
No.
Yeah. What do you have? What was it? What was the medium large size dog?
A lab.
Lab.
Lab. Yes.
Yellow,
Okay.
Yellow lab.
Yes. Yellow lab. Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
Murphy.
Sorry. They made me see that yellow golden
Murphy.
color and they should. Really? Yeah. That dog, you could see its tail
My Murphy.
walking. Yeah. Murphy's here. 110%. Absolutely adores you. That's why he came up and sat next to mom. Mom has all the spookies with her, which is kind of cool. You know, I'm not mad at it. So right now, y'all, I'm going to have to run to my next session. Otherwise, they're going to be mad at me and apologize for being late. But obviously, we had to go the whole time. So for right now, this has been like really, really cool. Thank you for letting me channel you. I'm glad I could stay in my zoned out state. Do you have any questions or anything?
What about
My dad didn't come through.
Oh,
I think-
hold on. Hang on. Give me a
He
second.
was mixing my names.
Yeah. Is it Charles?
No.
No,
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second.
he
Hold
was the
on.
one letting that one go.
everyone go? The one that was
Yeah,
letting
he
everyone
was-
go.
Oh, very, very kind.
Yeah.
Really, really kind. Yeah, that would be him. He's like allowing everybody to show up before anybody else. So hold on, let me see real quick. Give me his first name only.
Sean.
Oh, hold on. Come here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Come here. Okay, so were like you and Sean like divorced at the time of his passing or like not together at that point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, he goes like this. He comes up and he stands. Mom's the one that everybody's like attracted to. He comes up and he stands behind mom and he essentially goes, hey, we're going to go another round in it, all right? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he says, oh, she's going to be thrilled. And then he says, marriage, divorced, we got to get back together. So essentially, I don't know what's happening with that. But y'all are apparently like karmatic soulmates or on some level down the line. It doesn't mean that he's in love with you right now, but it could be that next life something happens. I don't know. He says that, tell me about, hold on. Oh, interesting. So Sean is talking about how, come here. Oh, hold on. All I keep hearing or seeing is somebody going up and giving him a hug and him laying down. And I don't know who this is. Hold on. Come here, bud. Come here. Hold on. Hold on. So there's something about, oh, I hear that. Hold on. Come here with you. I'm changing stations. Yeah, he's there. He's a lighter spirit. Hold on. I keep telling him to come forward, and it's like you have all these other strong energies that are just trying to like talk instead. Hold on. Come here. I see the only thing I'm seeing him do right now is like trying to come up and give Kelsey a hug over and over and over again. But he was still with you like when you were in like your early 20s, right?
Yes, he recently
Yeah.
passed in
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. Oh, early 20s. I bet that's what he's, so 22. That's probably why he's showing me that. Yeah, he keeps showing me 21, 22, and he says Kelsey. And I'm like, oh, maybe you died around then. Because that, all I see you is coming up and him laying down and then giving him a hug over and over and over again. And so he's trying to talk about not only, hold on. He keeps saying, add a girl, add a girl, add a girl. Very, very nice. He keeps saying, tell me what. Hold on. Interesting. Did he end up like having like a form of like cancer or something like that?
No.
No. He keeps saying so and so something kicked my butt, but it feels like it's a longevity illness, and then he keeps making himself feel like just really bad. That's it. He's newer to this. He keeps saying, tell me about her. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's an odd feeling. He's trying to talk about. Tell me. Weird. Weird. Was he like living with another woman, like in another house or something? Why did he? Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, doesn't feel like wife. He keeps talking about almost passing in this home or something about passing in this house. And yeah, and he just keeps making me feel this woman is supposed to be watching him or like watches him. But it doesn't feel like a sexy relationship. This is like, it's just a woman. And he keeps saying how, so, but she's the one that would pay all the bills?
No.
No, okay, he goes like this. He says she keeps paying all the bills. That's it. What ended up happening with that home?
It was his sister and her boyfriend's home, and he lived in the basement of their house.
That's okay. So it was her house though. So it was her side that was paying the bills though mostly. I mean, he's like, okay, yeah. So that's okay. Yeah, I asked him. I said, so is it your house and she's just living here, like taking care of you like a good sister? He goes, no. She's paying the bills. So essentially, like that's her area. And she says that what? Hold on. Weird. It's almost like he's still kind of in that house. a little bit. I don't know if he has fully come out of it all the way and like gone up into higher. I mean, he's there. He's in what we like to call heaven, but maybe even like a little bit of him is still there. Because every time I go and talk to him, it feels very physical. It feels very like I can feel the walls around me. And I don't think he got full closure from everybody or everything, because
Yeah.
he's almost talking about, yeah, he's talking about missing out, and all he
Yeah.
wants to do is give you a hug. That's that he keeps showing me. So all he wants to do is have this closure from you, tell you how much he loves you. And this, I think this is also part of his closure as well. That's why he's shaken his hand before. Interesting. And he keeps saying, hold on, you take care of my daughter. Done. That's all he keeps saying over and over and over again. I want to put her in better hands. So apparently the hands are good. That's good. And he's talking about how, I think he's kind of here a little bit. Because I have to tune a little bit differently to him than the whole like conglomerate of everybody up in a higher vibrational state. So hold on, tell me. What? Interesting. Your dad almost feels like he owes it to you. He feels like he has to help you. He feels like he wants to like be your guide now. It's almost like, because he talks about feeling like he's at a disadvantaged state in life, and he almost makes himself feel like a little worthless, which is weird. And like feels very like, and so now he's like, oh, I can be this superhero. I can be this person that watches her, and I'm not in like this shit show, essentially. And he's saying like that's what he wants to do. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to talk to him. I want you to tell him you love him. Okay, this is for Kelsey in particular. Mom, you can do it too. But anything that you need, anything that you're worried about, anything that you want to come true, or like job interview, whatever, ask him. Say, Dad, can you please help me with this? I think that he's staying here a little bit on this earth. I call it the middle vibration, to help out, because he almost feels sad at the end of his life, but he's a really good guy. And if you notice, he was helping everybody come in. So it's like he's a support spirit, which I don't fully understand those. Yeah. But I see those ever so often. And so y'all talk to him, use them. And remember, time doesn't exist. So he's not going to be there forever, but he wants to help, and he will help.
Is he with Murphy? Is Murphy with him?
I would have to say, yeah, in a way, because Murphy's kind of hanging out here, because Murphy's with you. So when you bring him in, they are all together. He's not bad. There's nothing negative about it. It just almost feels like he didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in life. And so now he's able to have that chance in passing. So he's going to be everything that he couldn't be. Okay. Which is kind of cool. So don't be worried about him. He's fine. Now he has this superpower. I have this crystal over here. I don't really believe in crystals. I just think they're really pretty. And that crystal is named Gary. And the reason being for that, okay, is because one time I channeled this woman's uncle, who was an Inuit, who was a chronic alcoholic, and essentially fell into a frozen lake and died while he was drunk. And I see his freaking name everywhere. I mean, so much so that I bought a crystal and named it after him. So your dad, it's okay. And you know how they say like an angel gets his wings? So there's something about them helping that it brings in this good emotion, good energy, love, and it makes them feel fulfilled. And then they go. Okay.
So he has
but nobody's stuck. I'd have to say 50-50. I'd say part of it, it's not always clear cut. He doesn't feel low like the people that shot themselves in the head and they're sitting in a corner and they're crying and they just won't talk to me. But he doesn't feel like your mother that's just like on cloud nine. Okay. You know? So he's there to help. And he'll move up and he's perfectly fine. I would have to say he's like 75% there. Okay. So yeah, y'all. So if you need me, or if you have any questions, just email me.
Thank you. I follow you on TikTok, so I'm always on your lives.
Shut up. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I see, remember how I talk about in lives, like stuff that happens, like yours. It's very,
Yes.
very cool. So thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read your
Thank you.
family, and you're welcome. And I'm gonna send you the recording tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Watch your levels.
All
All right, good. Okay. All right. Love y'all. I'll see you later.
Thank you.